It's time to take a look at Quantic Dream's highly praised 2018 game, Detroit Become Human. Is it a game you should play? Should you buy it or not? Is this game overhyped? Let's take a deeper dive into this review to answer some of those questions. And of course, I got you covered with no major story spoilers and no sugarcoating those answers. The world isn't as you and I know it. Being set in 2038, it's a time of technological advances where androids are very lifelike, being integrated into everyday life. We are introduced to our three main characters, Connor, Kara, and Marcus. They are all androids, but each having a very different path to follow. As the game will put the choices in your hands, your choices matter, as each one could lead to a drastic effect later on, with the butterfly effect playing a crucial role in this. It's up to you to write your own story. Will these characters die, or will they live? Learning of their stories, taking a deep dive into philosophical elements. Are the androids more than just machines? Are they evolving and actually able to develop consciousness, becoming deviant, breaking away from their normal programming, experiencing feelings? Who knows? As the choice and how far you want to immerse yourself into the story is entirely up to you. But I will tell you, it's an enjoyable ride. Really having a well-crafted story compiled of 32 chapters, weaving very smoothly between the three characters. This game is really well layered, having nailed the casting in my opinion, and utilizing the support cast terrifically. As when you discover details on characters, it adds to the complexity of this situation and how you may be able to interact with them or determine the outcome of their fate. Making the game having layers on layers of details, making for really good character development. One unique detail I will point out that impressed me was the usage of different soundtracks. Apparently, there was 3 separate soundtracks created by 3 different composers for our 3 main characters. Going to such great lengths like that, I have gotta tip my hat to Quantic Dream and these composers, because the result was great, as the music does elevate the immersion, really making for some great cinematic moments throughout too. For the gameplay, if you are one that calls for non-stop action and go, 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 this will not be your title, as it does require some patience and will not always be moving in full speed. The most action you will get is with quick time events placed throughout, such as, do you pursue the person you're chasing by climbing the wall or taking the detour? Hurry, the button popped up on your screen, press it to avoid being hit. There will be countless opportunities like this throughout. It comes closer to a walking simulator majority of the time, where you walk around different environments piecing together crime scenes or gathering clues and context and details for the story. With a game like this, you don't really come for the gameplay, but you come for the story, and the way this game was crafted, it leaves for very high replayability because it's said to have over 80 different endings. So it'll definitely keep you busy for a while if you want to see all the unique outcomes that can take place. I was pretty satisfied with the ending I received, but I could easily see myself going back in the future, giving this another playthrough or more to see what I could have gotten differently on some things. On my playthrough, it took me about 13 hours to beat, and for my achievement hunters and completionists out there looking to 100% it, it's said to take you around 30 hours. The final 2 details I'll mention before we get to the verdict is how fascinating Quantic Dream made their menus. That's right. For instance, the girl android named Chloe you see in the main menus interacts with you, having given me a survey at one point, and even being one to make jokes at times.
I think your saved game is corrupted. Just kidding.
The other detail I liked is once you complete a chapter and it's going through the flowchart, showing how your choices impacted that section, you will get rewarded points. These points can be used in the menu in the extra section to unlock bonus features. It's not mandatory, but it's kind of cool if you are wanting to explore more, having concept art, portraits, videos, interviews with the cast, and other cool behind-the-scenes stuff. Now, it is time for the verdict. This game impressed me, and considering I had so many people hyping it up to me for the last few years, I gotta say, it surprisingly lived up to it. Which for me, that's pretty rare. To have an image painted of an expectation, and for it not only to meet it, But to pass it, I ended up spending $16 on this a few years ago, and it was sitting all this time in my game library. So, if I was to tell you a regret, it was probably not playing it sooner. Also, for that price, I'd consider it a steal. Of course, if you've been here a while, you know I'm a sucker for a really good story and ones with a high replayability factor. 80 different endings? Are you kidding me? If that isn't high replayability, I'm not sure exactly what would be. The way the movie and the TV industries have been going with adapting games left and right, it seems within the last few years, I think this would be a worthy adaptation, as the story, I think, is that impressive. Hopefully, they would do it right. This is only the second Quantic Dream game I've played aside from Heavy Rain. I did enjoy both experiences, so I will be keeping an eye on what Quantic Dream has planned next. However, at the moment, it looks like it's taking a while and experiencing some difficulties, as their latest project announced back in 2021 was Star Wars Eclipse, which is supposed to be similar to these titles where you play as a few characters and your choices matter, to write your own Star Wars destiny. It kinda has a nice ring to it, don't you think? But the last footage shown was in 2021 at the Game Awards when it was announced, and it seems like they're experiencing some setbacks, like losing a lead writer.
Oh, that's not good.
So, who knows if we'll get that game, or it'll get lost in production limbo. Time will tell. But, for now, I appreciate your time and patience to hear me out. Thank you for sticking it out. Please, let me know your takes about Detroit Become Human in the comments. Just make sure to avoid spoilers for others. Please consider dropping a like and subscribing, as the community here is closing in on 2K subs on the channel. Plus, I'd love to have you stick around. But most importantly, remember to take care of yourself, have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next video.